Alright guys, what's up? This is a duck coop that I'm building. It's just out of lumber that's been laying around. It's not treated or anything. So I'm gonna have to do something to make sure it doesn't rot too much. But we use, when we were pouring our porch, it's just what we had around for using to make concrete forms and stuff like that. It's, you know, it's kind of torn up and whatnot, but I started building this probably like a month ago, and then I kind of got super busy and stopped, and it's just been sitting in my basement. I'm trying to get it out of here now. So a couple of recent things I did. Obviously it's on its side right now, but it's going to be like a tractor basically that I can store in a spot in the summer, and then when I tear out my garden, I can just roll it around my garden with the ducks in it, or if I want to, you know, put my chickens in it at some point and do it like that instead. But I'll put a, you know, a little some kind of all thread through here and tighten it down and then put some way to get a wheel on it. But it's pretty heavy right now. Let me show you what I did in it so far. Nesting boxes. Like I said, this is all just made out of stuff I had laying over, so you can see I kind of like put a couple pieces of plywood together using another piece of plywood. So that's, you know, that's just kind of, like I said, what I had laying around to get it built. So this was off of my girlfriend's father's chicken coop that he tore out, and I basically just didn't feel like making a door, so I used this, and it just attaches like that. See, there's a magnet there that I tore off some old crappy furniture that we have that I tore apart when we first moved in, and I just added the magnet to it, and then I'll just have a eye and just a string to open it every day, and then the magnet will hold it closed. Right now I'm putting on hardware cloth, and this is just stuff I had laying around too, just spare part stuff laying around. So I have enough to hit both the sides with some hardware cloth, and the top and the front I have this chicken wire left over. I'm just gonna try to get it secure as I can, and I'm gonna try to I guess paint it or something, and just kind of get it to be a little more protected. Still got to build the roof on it, which I'm gonna build I didn't put a whole lot of forethought into it when I was doing it, because I was just trying to get crap out of the way and all the spare wood out of the way, and I was like, oh, I'll just do this real quick, and then I forgot to angle my roof, so I'm gonna have to use a little bit of extra wood, more than I wanted to do that. So that's why planning is important. But it's just going to be a tilted roof, and, you know, angled toward the back. And I have this right there that's just like roll shingle basically. I'm just going to put one roll on top of it. I'm just going to paint it to look decent, I guess, the wood and stuff, and it'll help protect it. But right now I am just snipping this to fit the interior of this, so this is actually going to be hooked to the back of the wood, and then it'll be flush with the 2x4 there, and it'll be attached to the front of that and the back of this. And I'm just cutting that out right now. I cut out the front a little bit, so, and I have it butted up against this plywood right now, but it's going to fit under it, so it's only about an inch under there, so I left 2 squares there, and 2 squares overhang here. So you know, I'm just kind of working my way down, but we'll see where I get, and I'll show you here shortly. So I got it in to this. I'm pretty as flat as I can get it, as flat as I feel I can get it. I might be able to snug this a little. Oh, there it goes. Well, anyways, yeah, so I'm going to attach it in a couple ways. I'm going to attach it I'm either going to use this, which is just a staple gun, which I don't know if it'll be strong enough or not, but you know, it's easier, so I'm going to give it a shot first, see how it does. Probably won't be strong enough. I do have some horseshoe nails in here somewhere that I'll use if I don't have any luck, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's progress so far. This video is kind of choppy, cutting from one thing to the next, because I don't know how to video edit or anything like that yet, so I'll work on that. I got to get some software for my computer to do that, and I'll get a camera and everything to be able to do stuff like that. So but for now, you know, this is what you got. Sorry guys, but yeah, so I'll get this side attached and show you where I'm at. Alright, back again. So I had to flip it over because I couldn't hammer upside down, apparently. I'm not skilled enough to do that. With horseshoe nails especially. And I figured it was easier to turn this heavy thing than hammer upside down and mess with it for too long. So just kind of, when you're putting horseshoe nails in, you just kind of want to make sure you're crossing enough to where it doesn't slide either way. So right there, it won't slide that way, won't slide that way because of the nail being blocked right there. It's not going to slide down, and it has a little room to slide up, but not much, and it's pretty tight, so I'm not worried about that. And this one also blocks it from sliding this way. So you know, just make sure when you're putting in horseshoe nails that you do that. This one is pretty much all the way in. I still got to flip it over and do the reverse side, but you guys get the picture. I don't know how I'm going to connect right here. I'll figure it out though. Shouldn't be too much of an issue to figure out, because I can't quite hammer with that lip there. I may just cut a chunk of wood and shove it in there and hammer that piece of wood in, but out of any scrap that I have. And like I said, if I would have planned this out a little better, it would have, you know, everything would have worked out right. But I was just using what I had laying around. Sometimes stuff like that, you know, you gotta do what you can do with what you have. So that's where I'm at, and it gets crap out of my basement and puts it to a useful purpose. When I get to done with the wire cage, or with the run part, I'll post a short little update about that and tell you what I'm going to do next. Okay, bye.